battle number 6 against a guy named Jack11, and he's got a rain team. 5th gen's been out for how many years now, and people are still using rain teams? Are you serious? You know there's more Pokemon in the game than Politoed and Ferrothorn, you know? Whatever. I'm expecting Politoed to lead off just to get his rain up right away, but he leads with Jolteon, which is alright. You know, I'm going to get a free Hydro Pump on something. Yes, Ferrothorn, I want to hit that really bad, and I miss. I always miss my first Hydro Pump every single battle. There's just... No, the first time you see me go for it, just assume it misses. Anyway, it lets me still get a free sneaky little hidden power fire off on this thing, which is what I wanted in the first place, and Hydro Pump honestly wouldn't have done that much, but still it's just really getting damn annoying how I'm missing the first one every freaking time. Whatever, he gets his rocks up, and now he's going to switch. I know he's going to switch, so I could Volt Switch, but I decide, even if he goes to Politoed, I kind of want to burn on that thing, just in case it's a bulkier set, and, residual damage is good. So that's what I go for. Thankfully it hits, and now I get to go for Volt Switch on this thing. Okay, people are supposed to be able to tell what kind of Politoed it is by how much a Volt Switch does, but I don't. I don't know what kind of Politoed that would be. That looks like an intermediate amount of damage, but I haven't hit enough of them, so I don't really know. I'm assuming that would be not, at least not max specially defensive. I go to Ferrothorn. He goes for Scald. Doesn't burn, thankfully. I would have been super annoyed if that did get a burn. And I'm expecting him to go to Tornadus, but I just wasn't sure if he wanted to stay in, then I didn't want to waste the turn, so I just went for my rocks. Thankfully, I got him up. Because this thing, if it wants to keep switching in and out, I just want to get it. I want to get my rocks up. He goes for Hurricane. Because I have a lot of special defense investment, I'm going to be able to take 2 of those after lefties, theoretically. And unfortunately gets Confusion, which is like 30% chance, which is stupid, but thankfully I break through. Doesn't even matter. I get my Paralyze. Awesome. I don't know why he went to this thing in the first place, because I'm obviously going to paralyze it. That's what Ferrothorn does. But that's what he went with, and I can't really complain. He does get hacks this turn. Wasn't really a big deal because, Rotom could have taken that quite easily, I want to say. I think I would have lived around 50 or 60. And he's just going to sacrifice his Politoed. This is a really funny sequence. I miss my second Hydro Pump, which is... It's an 80% move, whatever. You're going to miss sometimes. I go for it again because I don't think a Hidden Power Fire would kill it. Misses again, so that's 3 misses in a row. As he gets a Scald off, and, Scald, it does damage. It hurts. I don't know if I'd be able to take a Hurricane at this point, which I kind of want to do. So I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Hidden Power Fire won't miss. I'm just going to go for that, get it out here, because I want to keep my Rotom in here, and I don't freaking kill it from where it is. I understand it's in the rain. It's unstab, and this is probably at least a moderately bulky Politoed, but I expected that to kill. So, anyone who thinks I got haxed against the first rain team a couple battles ago, I'm fighting through the hacks this time, so it's all balancing out, even though it already balanced out, and I didn't even think I got hacks in the first place in that game, but whatever. He goes to Jolteon. I would have been able to take a Volt Switch from this thing had I not taken 3 freaking Scalds that I didn't want to, but, I can't exactly pick. At least he doesn't get a pair of hacks there, which would have really blown. But he's not Choice. He's not Life Orb. I don't know what item that Jolteon has. Maybe it's got some kind of gem for its hidden power, like Grass Gem, Hidden Power Grass or something. I don't know. But it's interesting at least. It's keeping me guessing. So I just went for Leech Seed because I figured I need to get HP back on this thing. Unfortunately, because he got a crit Volt Switch, I'm not going to be able to get up to enough HP to survive a hit from this guy, so I got to switch. I figure my best fodder at this point would be Rotom, even though I kind of want it to deal with Jirachi because, I kind of need it to deal with a lot of things, but now it's gone because it had to take 3 freaking Scalds. I couldn't believe that. Whatever, I go to Dragonite. I forgot rocks are up, so my multi-scale is broken, but at least he's paralyzed. At least I'll be able to go for a Roost, bring myself back up to multi-scale, but he goes to Ferrothorn. This thing's going to want to either Leech Seed or Thunder Wave, and I don't want to take either of those with Dragonite, and I've got a perfectly good Ferrothorn waiting in the wings that can take either of those moves, which is what I'm going to go. It's what I'm going to go to because it's really just my best option. If I had gone for Declaw there, I would have taken Iron Barbs, and then I wouldn't have been able to roost up to multi-scale after coming into rocks again, so I'm kind of glad that I roosted there, but I could have also EQ'd. But then again, I didn't really want to EQ on a bird type, a flying type, so that was my reservation there. We exchanged T-Waves with Ferrothorns after I dodged that Leech Seed expertly with this grass type, And he's getting lefties back a little bit too much. So I'm going to go to Crobat. I want to taunt this thing so it can't Leech Seed and it can't T-Wave. And then my plan is to try and find out if it's got Gyro Ball or Power Whip. Because I want to know whether Terrakion would be safe or whether Dragonite would be safe, even though Dragonite would be safe regardless. And he's going to go for Gyro Ball, and he's going to get a crit and finish me off. Which really, it kind of works, but it just sucks how he's getting all these crits. I can't even hit a freaking Hydro Pump. And I'm just really getting annoyed at the hacks at this point. I go to Terrakion. I'm going to be able to take it out in one go. And I thought about him going to Tornadus, but... And I thought about it. I thought about going for Stone Edge because of it, but then I thought, you know, I should be able to kill it anyway. Then I remembered it's pure flying type, therefore not normal, therefore resist fighting. But then I also remembered it's also got piss poor defense. So I just went for close combat, managed to it KO it after rocks, and that couldn't have gone really better. He's going to go to Jolteon here, banking on the fact that I'm banded, even though he has no evidence to suggest that I'm banded. And I get a free kill on his Jolteon because he was predicting my set wrong. And, you know, after all the hacks, I'll take that. I need all the help I can get at this point. Jirachi comes in. I know it wants to probably Iron Head it or something, or T-Wave or do something, but unfortunately, my Crobat had to eat a crit something. I forgot what it was, Gyro Ball. And it had to bite the dust, so I can't taunt this thing or anything, even though I would like to. Another crit, by the way. Not that that one really hurt a whole lot. And this Jirachi, it's going to go for some Confuse hacks. I don't really want to let it do that, so I'm just going to try and hit it as hard as I can. The last Jirachi I fought took about 80% from a +1 Earthquake, and this one takes like 40% from a neutral one. So this one's got a lot more defense, and it's got Calm Mind. However, I don't agree with him going for Calm Mind right there. For the reasons being, he's playing a little bit too fast and loose. He's expecting to take these EQs a little bit better, and he just throws up a Wish, and now he's got to switch or Protect. If he's got Protect, I'm not afraid of this thing whatsoever, because I don't care how many Calm Minds he has. Water Pulse is not doing any damage to anything. So he's probably going to have a stab move on there. I just went for EQ. I knew he'd probably go to Ferrothorn, but, you know, I don't really care if it gets a Wish at this point. I can one-shot it with Terrakion because I know it's loaded up on special defense because of how little Hidden Power Fire did. So I'm going to go to my Ferrothorn again because I just don't want to get Gyro Balled or anything with Terrakion. So at this point, my Ferrothorn really just kind of has to die. It's paralyzed. It's not really doing a whole lot. Maybe I can get a T-Wave off on something like Jirachi or Power Whip even. It doesn't really do a whole lot, and I really should have gone for Leech Seed against this thing because... you know, over time, that's going to do more than that Power Whip did, and he's just going to get a Wish up. He's going to keep passing them all over the place, and that's really dumb, which is what he goes for. You know, I could probably Mach Punch and probably take it out from here. Based on how much those Earthquakes did with Dragonite, Breloom's got a little bit more attack, albeit with a neutral move. It's got Technician, it's Breloom, and it just misses on the KO. Thankfully, Thunder doesn't paralyze me, but, you know, it still would have been really, really nice to just take that freaking thing out right there. At least if he's mostly defensive, I think I might be faster depending on his spread. Some of them like to run a little bit of speed, and I'm right, I'm faster. I get a Spore off on it, and now I can SD, and I can do all my fun little Breloom stuff in terms of just setting up late game and pooping on everything that anybody has left. He's going to withdraw, which I don't agree with either, but at the same time, he doesn't really have a good move to hit me with. And I get a free SD. In comes Toxicroak. This thing's going to resist Mach Punch. It's going to resist Bullet Seed. I presume that thing will be faster, and he's probably going to go for Ice Punch, so I assume my only play is really Mach Punch. Get some damage on there, and then Terrakion can just come in and clean up with Earthquake. I get a crit. Really just speeds up the process because, like I said, I've still got Terrakion. I've still got Dragonite, I think. Both of those can EQ this guy, and even a +1 Sucker Punch. Not going to do Squidoosh to Terrakion, so I could have just EQ'd for the win. He's got nothing left, and that's going to be a good game, because after I take him out with Mach Punch here, he's actually going to run, which removes the satisfaction, honestly, but, you know, it's a good game. Good game. He still had Ferrothorn, but, you know, whatever. I could just switch out. I had a bunch of guys left. He had nothing to do. So, you know, thanks for watching. That was a good game. I got haxed a little bit, but I still managed to pull through, and that's true of any game I'm Sorry that I was complaining about hacks earlier. I should have been able to pull. I recognize that I made mistakes in battle number 4. I think I definitely could have played around the crits, but I didn't, and that's just the way it worked. So, thanks for watching again. See you guys next time.